You are a powerhouse of growth, of new experiences. You just don't know it yet. Let's change that, shall we? With innovation at our core, we've reimagined what's possible. Harnessing the body's natural energy flow with light. Backed by clinical research, X39 stimulates the skin with low levels of light to elevate a key peptide linked to renovating and rejuvenating the body. This life technology supports improved movement, recovery, and overall health and well-being. You are Generation Awesome. Shifting paradigms and creating new ones. We always knew you had it in you. Now it's time to prove it to yourself. Your adventures are only beginning. Discover the power and simplicity of doing more with X39. Be the light. LifeWave. An empowered life has no expiration date. We're all created to do incredible things. Like conquer summits, catch big waves, and live our passions. As time goes on, our bodies begin to show signs that things just aren't as they used to be. Our energy levels decline, sleep patterns shift, and recovery slows. But our bodies are masterpieces of design, holding the potential to bounce back better than ever. With X39, we achieved something remarkable in the field of wellness and regenerative science that others could not. By utilizing LifeWave's unique patented technology, X39 uses light to elevate GHK-Cu, a copper peptide known to support overall health and wellness. Unlike traditional light therapy, which requires external light sources, X39 uses the body's own infrared light to naturally increase vitality, enhancing the body's flow of natural energy. For improvements in strength, stamina, performance, and overall health and well-being, with the simplicity of an affordable, non-invasive, non-transdermal patch. As we age, levels of these life-enhancing elements, which are associated with wellness and longevity, begin to decline. LifeWave invested 10 years into stem cell research, which resulted in over 70 patents. X39 was born to bring to the public a product that could support wellness in an entirely new way, supporting the production of younger, healthier cells with wearable light technology. Becoming a powerhouse is easier than you think. Harness your body's natural potential to maintain youthful energy and vitality, because life comes at you fast, but it doesn't have to pass you by. Live long, live well, live young. Be the light with LifeWave X39. LifeWave.
Imagine if you were part of the solution instead of the problem. Imagine if you had the power to help those in need and could erase the pain of others. Imagine if people expected us to be there when disaster hit. LifeWave family members have repeatedly met the call of those in need. Whether it is to provide pain relief, a better night's sleep, or just to have the face of someone that cares, a LifeWave member has been there.
And whether donating regularly to the Red Cross over the years, or more recently with the Convoy of Hope, which jumped in immediately to help those in need after Hurricane Helene, LifeWave has always been there as well.
What happened at the beginning of all this is that we did a conference in Las Vegas, and it was a hugely successful conference. We had almost 2,000 people there for our very first one. We had 40 speakers that came in, professional athletes, professional coaches, Olympic coaches, and a fellow by the name of Thomas Burke approached me and said, you know, this is so phenomenal. I'm so proud to be a member of this company. As you know, there was just a hurricane off the coast of Florida. Have you thought about starting a program to give back? And it was at that minute I realized that when a company becomes successful, you have an obligation to help those in need and give back to those that are less fortunate. So we raised, I think it was $50,000 in relief effort for the Red Cross at that very first event. The members that we have in our community globally are absolutely extraordinary people. They have always been there to help those in need. So we had a situation in Australia where there were the bushfires, and there were LifeWave members that were there to give back and provide financial assistance, patch people, provide medical aid. We've had victims of earthquakes in Indonesia, earthquake in Italy, of course, multiple hurricanes, and LifeWave members have always been there personally to provide medical aid and assistance. The frustrating part for me is that these are people that need help now, not in a couple of weeks. They need help now. And so it was these type of incidents where I began to think that I would like to have the capability to provide medical aid, provide relief effort to people within a 24-hour period.
David took that frustration, channeled that energy toward a very positive solution designed to provide medical aid and relief supplies to people in need within 24 hours. The solution? A drone of all things, with attributes and capabilities unmatched in today's world of unmanned aircraft.
This drone can take off and land from virtually anywhere, carry a higher payload, and fly longer than any other drone in its class, and provide very valuable medical aid or search and rescue operations that other drones can't provide.
We're achieving remarkable results in terms of payload and endurance. As a matter of fact, there's no other company in the world that can touch us.
Unveiled to the LifeWave community at our annual conference in 2022, a plan is already in place for a fleet of LifeWave humanitarian drones to come off the assembly line as early as late fall 2025. This is giving back on an epic scale.
With the patch technology, we accomplish things that no other company was able to accomplish, and the same thing is true about the drone. So we're going to be forging a new path forward for our community with new technology that's life-changing, that's world-changing, and we have an unbelievably great future ahead of us. And I'm more excited now about the future of LifeWave than ever before.
We are on the LifeWave 20th anniversary incentive trip around the Greek Isles, and we are having the time of our lives.
Every time I see you, I'm caught up in the feeling.
People are coming from every part of the world, Europe, Asia, America. When we are all together here, we are just one big family.
We are just bonding and having such joy and closeness and so much love, feeling the enrichment of the bonds of real relationships that are precious to me.
You know, LifeWave is about love, and you got to feel that, experience that. And the only way you're going to feel that is to be with each other, and we've got to enjoy that this week.
Every time I see you, I'm caught up in your magic.
The Greek islands are just beyond beautiful, with all the blue water, the white buildings, the blue tops. I mean, it's just such a unique place.
The food, the taste, the smells, the air, the water, so much for the eyes to take in, for the heart and soul to experience here. So these are memories of a lifetime being made. I'm so grateful.
We're here in Athens. We're having a blast. Thank you, LifeWave. We're so grateful to be here.
Dream come true, and we're travel free, having fun. Look at these beautiful things behind us.
ライフウェーブを通じて今までも一つ一つ夢が叶ってきましたけれども、まさかこういった形で会社から自分の夢を形にしてもらえるとは思ってませんでした。本当に感謝しています。ありがとうございます。
It's a good place to gain more and strengthen up your business, who you are as a person, and how you're going to continue to build your LifeWave business.
The trips are literally a priceless experience. You want to commit to getting yourself locked in on the next incentive trip. It'll change your life, it'll change your business.
Are you ready to celebrate?
Happy anniversary, everybody.
Celebration 20 years in the making, packed into one epic weekend. A personal journey, powered by revolutionary technology. More energy. Timeless vitality. Lasting longevity. Now is the time to share the light.
Well done, other directors. Congratulations.
Thank you for coming to the LifeWave Global Conference. It was lit. We're already dreaming about next year. California dreaming.
LifeWave Global Conference, Anaheim, California, Fall 2025. Registration is now open. Be the light. LifeWave.
Hey, let's go.
Well, hi there, and welcome to LifeWave's global headquarters. 世界中の何百万もの人々にとって、ライフウェブは希望を象徴し、真実と光の灯台を象徴しています。
It's one of those things where you have to be there to understand the magnitude of what you experience when you walk in.
It literally is giving me goosebumps.
Like, it's just mesmerizing.
All I can say is, wow.
You felt like you were on a journey in outer space, just simply amazing.
What an incredible, breathtaking experience.
I cannot believe what I saw, but I saw it.
Whoever you bring here, they will be sold.
The genius and the vision and the work that went into this was absolutely amazing.
It's just honestly mind-blowing to see the technology, the evolution of this company.
The sky's the limit. That's all I can say.
I'm just speechless. It was so beautiful. I don't even know what to say.
This is the most exciting, jaw-dropping presentation I've ever experienced.
It is an absolute blessing and a gift that LifeWave has not only survived as a company these past 20 years, but thrived and grown as well. From our humble beginnings in a small home office in Beaufort, Georgia, to multiple offices in the United States, Ireland, Japan, Taiwan, the Philippines, Malaysia, Thailand, and South Korea, LifeWave has reached millions of people, bringing the gift of healing with light. LifeWave is a story that it should inspire all of us for the purpose of bringing out the greatness that resides inside each one of us. My dream to heal people with light was originally met with ridicule and skepticism. Yet, here we are today, manufacturing more than 20 million patches each and every month. I would like you to remember that when thinking about your own dreams, for with enough patience, perseverance, persistence, you can accomplish tomorrow what seems impossible today. Over the last 20 years, we have evolved as a business, and I am more excited about the future than ever before. LifeWave today is a health technology company, but as we continue to innovate and expand, we will unveil solutions to some of the most important challenges we face in everyday life. These new inventions and products will empower you to have a better life and freedom to live the life you want to. Thank you for being a part of the LifeWave community, and may God bless you and guide you on your own journey, living long and living well.
Hello, everybody. A very good evening, and welcome back to Super Wednesday. How is everybody tonight? Hope everybody is doing well. Okay. Every week we get a chance to learn something amazing from individuals who are walking the talk, people who are taking charge of their health, career, and purpose. That is LifeWave. And you can get all this from our Super Wednesday because we have different type of schedule cater for you every week. Last week, who were not in, you would have missed out the fantastic testimony by Winnie. But anyway, before we dive in, allow me to introduce myself. For those who have already known me, a big hug and welcome back to Super Wednesday. But for those who are the first time in our Zoom, I am Pochu, better known as the playful popo around the block. I'm a nanny on a mission, they always call me. Actually, I have been with LifeWave for the past 3 years. And thanks to my mentor, Janet, being a skeptical, now a believer and an advocate. And I can swear by the patches. Nothing is going to change my mind, that I can tell you. And I made it my mission to be on drug-free and stood by it even when the most recent trip to Jakarta for the opening, I actually fall flat on the road. And it's what they call pokai on the road. And I was injured. My left hand was injured. And I was called to go to the hospital. But I was very, very reluctant because I believe that the patches can help me. But anyway, if you want to know about that, it will be another night. But for tonight, it is not about me. I have the honor to introduce someone tonight, an inspiring speaker, not only in Super Wednesday, but also in our Life Changer group in Oakland Road. And he does give talks there and help a lot of people during his journey. He was actually not a direct salesman. He used to be a general manager. What is he doing here? I also don't know. But what truly stands out about Alfred is he believed that helping people to grow and achieve their dreams is the fastest route to success. Who agree with that? Give me a 555. His own life journey helped him to overcome a lot of problems. And tonight, he's all ready to do a dynamic sharing with you all on how to release different types of stress, pain, and inflammation. And you can apply it immediately and help your family and friends. So before you sit back and take note, he loves to hear this every time when I am the MC. He have two, one Lamborghini and one Ferrari. And he loved to hear about that because those are his two, what you call, the fighting pillar for him to join back Live Aid, because Live Aid is the only place where he can get time with the family, because being a GM, he doesn't have any time with the family. That's what I was told. So tonight, he is very happy to share with us and what he has gone through during his 2 years. Actually, I know him only for 2 years, but we learn a lot from each other. And I would like to introduce this young man. I call him a young man because he's old for Paul, correct? So with that, I would call on Alfred to let him give you a more detailed journey on how to actually de-stress and pain management. And this is quite a long script, so I will not delay his time. So Alfred, the floor is all yours.
Wow, thank you, Pochu. It's always an amazing time working with you, be it face-to-face with people, in a roadshow. Remember, we had an amazing time in, I think, Mid Valley Gardens. I think there was this mega event that we were part of, and now every week we get to do this courtesy of our senior brand partner, Mr. Lee Jin Long, okay, where we organize Super Wednesday for everyone. Okay, thank you so much for the amazing introduction, amazing MC as usual. Tonight we will be talking about how to identify the different types of stress. I think everybody is under stress, right? And then how to manage stress? How do we change our lifestyle? What can we do? Lifestyle means our food, our way of life, what causes stress, what causes inflammation, very importantly, and what causes pain, and what is pain. So we will also have some practical ways on how to improve your health, right? So without any further ado, let me share my screen. I think some of you will see my screen now. Yeah, okay. Now, I always start with this, whether it is on a Zoom or on a face-to-face roadshow with everyone. Everybody used to say, see this 1,000, all right? So everything starts with a 1, if you agree with me. Because without 1, everything will still be 0, right? So what is that 1? The 1 is our health. So without health, we will not have any family, we will not have any money, and we will not have any dreams, correct? So before I joined Lifeway, I was looking for a solution for my wife. This is my wife. Now, actually, I can tell you we have tried everything. Seriously, we have tried everything under the sun. Now, if you look at this picture, I purposely blanked out all the products because it's not nice to mention other products here. So these are the products she has been taking, and she has to take on a daily basis to help her with her constipation. Okay, she has very bad constipation, and 3 days is very normal for her. 3 days, meaning 3 days not going to toilet, is very normal. On an average, she will be 5 days, 7 days without going to toilet. Imagine, huh? So her skin was very bad. She always feels nauseous, that means want to vomit. She has headache, frequent headaches, and basically her skin was not very good lah, and she is unable to sleep well at night. So cut the long story short, this product helped my wife, and now she is constipation free. She does not have constipation anymore, and she goes to toilet every day. Just a simple patch, right? Let's move on. Now, Pochu introduced you as to you as a general manager, right? Now, this is my career with Sime Darby. I was a Sime Darby staff, and I was a regional manager in Caterpillar Machine. Now, if you look at my employee, it's 5401, 5,000 plus, you know. Now, Sime Darby's employee number is 6 digit. So can you imagine how long ago this was, right? And these are some of the pictures where I have to visit quarries, you know. The working condition is not so good lah, right? And if you look at the excavator working there, that was me operating the excavator. Okay, we had to show the customer how to use the machine, and you know, educate them what can the machine do and how to maximize the performance of the machine, right? So after Caterpillar, I was headhunted to go to Sunny Heavy Machine, global team lah, all right? And this is a place where they invited me to share my knowledge. I have 20 over years knowledge in heavy machinery. So yeah, I traveled quite a fair bit. So that's why I told Pochu, out of the 4 weeks in a month, 3 weeks I am never in Malaysia. All right. And that 1 week that I am in Malaysia, I have to, you know, go all over the place, all around Malaysia, to service the dealers and customers, right? So I had to travel to and fro from US for meetings, Pudong, China for manufacturing inventory meetings, Guangzhou, South Africa, Argentina, and Changsha. Okay, so that's why I normally travel. And this is why, because I was chasing my dream, I was thinking that, you know, if I able to earn more, you know, my family would have a better life, right? So I suddenly sat down one day and I look at my EPF statement. Okay, if you can retire with 500,000 in your EPF account, that's very good, okay? And the average Malaysian EPF account does not even reach 100,000, right? So if I retire, I told myself at the age of 60, this is to answer Pochu's question now, why I'm here, all right? Okay, 500,000 you divide by 20 years, you get to spend 25,000 a year. And 25,000 a year, you divide it by 12 months, you can only spend 2083.33 a month. This will be your living expenses, your petrol, your handphone, your electricity bill, your water bill, your food, and everything. I got a shock. How am I going to survive with 2,000 plus? Right? And this is the amount where you are looking at, don't think about falling sick. Falling sick is another totally different story altogether. Okay? So the devaluation of money is at 19% a year. So if you have 100,000 in 2024, in 2025, your 100,000 will have become 81,000. Why? Because money devalues on an average of 19% a year. And you have to take into consideration the inflation rate of 13% now. Right? So I have a dream. I have my Ferrari and my Lamborghini, my son and my daughter, which of course every parent would like the best, right? So I thought, what direction am I going for? Where am I heading to? And what's the reason for me to persevere? I've been in the corporate world for 23 years and everything stops after you stop working, you know? So what is your source of motivation moving forward? So I made a dream board, and this is my dream board. It is possible if you have a dream, you know, to achieve global recognition, probably to have, you know, more than $1 million cash in the bank, in case I need the money, in case I fall sick, and, you know, to be able to give back to charity, and probably time freedom, a dream house, and probably an amazing family vacation, maybe twice a year. So recognition, I think, you know, we are all on our way there. 1 million cash in the savings, I do not have it yet. Okay. So to give back to charity, yes, I'm doing it. I am helping people. I move in and out of hospitals, patching people, helping cancer patients and all. It's very nice. It's very satisfying. Dream house, well, I have my own house now. I do not know whether what's a dream house, maybe a bigger house, maybe. Time freedom, yes, I get to arrange my own time now. Family vacation, oh yes, I am going to Penang this weekend. And I am going to Hong Kong this year end. Okay, so I'm halfway there. Right? So these are the things that we chase for when we are in the corporate world working, right? And lo and behold, my health started failing. If you look at my blood test report, I do a blood test every year. So if you look at the highlighted box, that's my lipids and cardiovascular risk. Meaning, you look at number 42, which I highlighted there, that's my triglyceride reading, you know. My cholesterol triglyceride, which is the worst among all the cholesterol. If you look at the measurement, reference value, anything above 2.25 is considered high cholesterol. My triglyceride is 12.63. My triglyceride is 12.63. Can you imagine? And my total HDL cholesterol, anything above 5.0 is high cholesterol. My cholesterol is 10.1. So the doctor got a shock. Immediately he put me under statins, and I said, I do not want to take statins, because if you do your due diligence, statin will cause you to have Alzheimer's and dementia. Okay, so I refuse to take the statins, meaning the cholesterol medication. Then the doctor told me, if you do not take the cholesterol medication and if there is something wrong with you, I am not going to be responsible. Okay, so yes, I said I will be responsible for myself. So the doctor has got no choice. I said, give me 3 months, and this is my blood test report after 3 months on LifeWave. My triglyceride from 12.63 came down to 2.61. And my total cholesterol is well within range of less than 5.0. It's 4.9. Okay, so I am so happy that I found LifeWave to help me. So, and then I'm also very, very happy that I have more time with my family, because my kids, they are growing up day by day. If you miss this time, you will never get to turn it back again. All right, so that's a little bit about me. So before I begin, I would like to go through this LifeWave disclaimer. As usual, let me get this disclaimer out of the way. LifeWave products are for general wellness and intended only to maintain and encourage a general state of health or a healthy activity. So the content provided here by us is presented in summary form, is in general in nature, and is provided for informational purposes only. So always consult with your physician or other qualified healthcare provider before embarking on a new health regimen, diet, or fitness program. Do not disregard any medical advice you have received or delay in seeking it. So LifeWave reserves the right to change product prices or selection. Now, let's get the ball rolling. Now, there are 3 pillars of health, like I've shared before. That's nutrition, where we get our minerals, proteins, and vitamins. And exercise is the second pillar, where we do our cardio, exercise, and resistance training to build muscles. Now, we have a third pillar of health. And the third pillar of health is how we digest, absorb, and excrete, which is our organ function. So degeneration is causing us all these problems, right? And I'm so lucky that I found LifeWave to help me, right? So one of our biggest problem is our stem cells decline rapidly. Now, if you are at the age gap or age of 60 to 90, you look at your stem cells level. It is around 5%. Okay, when you compare to when you were first born as a baby, we were loaded with stem cells, trillions of stem cells, right? So I am here roughly now 36 to 59 area, and it is also not very encouraging. That's why we all have wrinkles. We slow down, our metabolic rate slows down, everything slows down. Okay, and we start to have chronic diseases. Okay, so what we want is to try and bring up our stem cells level back up again. Okay, and the products that can help us do that is basically X39 and Aeon, which we will actually look into tonight on how to manage stress using these two, because the X39 will help us increase the quantity of stem cells and also increase the quality of our stem cells. Okay, and Aeon will basically amplify the results of X39. It reduces inflammation, relaxes us to give us better sleep. Okay, so moving forward, these are the functions of X39. Now, X39 elevates a amino chain tripeptide in our body, which is called GHK copper. GHK copper stands for glycine, histidine, and lysine. This is an amino acid chain or a tripeptide that is already existing in our body. But over the years, like the graph I showed you just now, if we are 60 and above, the production of this GHK copper slows down tremendously by 230%. So what we have left above 60 is only 5% of the stem cells. All right. So GHK copper, if you can elevate the production of GHK copper in our body, GHK copper will stimulate your body to produce stem cells again. It will activate the production of stem cells back up again. Right? So then you have two choices. One, because GHK copper is a very well-researched compound already. It is already in a lot of cosmetics, right? So you have two choices. One is to take the GHK copper synthetically produced from the factory, okay? Or you can have it from your body, your own body producing the GHK copper. I will never take anything that is synthetic. That means something that's produced from a factory. I will always go for the most natural way possible. That is stimulating my body, my own body, to produce my own GHK copper. Okay? Now, there are a few sources of stem cells. There are three sources of stem cell. The first source is you can actually have a third-party donor. Okay? The second source is from animals. Let's say, for example, sheep. Nowadays, they can harvest it from rabbit, you know, and umbilical cord of newborn babies. Okay? And of course, the third source is your own. So to me, I will not go for a third party because I do not know who the third party is. Whether he takes care of his health or not, that is another problem. All right. Then I do not want to sound like a sheep a few years later where I get the, stem cells from the sheep. Okay. I would definitely go for my own, stimulate my own production. Okay. So now, remember I mentioned X39, this product. X39 will actually work with the light, and as soon as you use it, within 24 hours, you will basically reset 3,000 to 4,000 genes to a more youthful state. And X39 boosts vitality and overall health and wellness. It stimulates the skin with low levels of light to produce your GHK copper and stem cells for you. Okay? It also mobilizes stem cells and supports wound healing. Now, I've got users who come and tell me, hey, Alfred, last time my cesarean scar disappeared. And that cesarean scar is 20 over years old, because the boy, the first son, came through a cesarean, is already 23 years old. So the cesarean scar is 23-year-old scar. Now, I said, you serious? Yes, I cannot find it anymore. Even I asked my lokong to go and look for it. He cannot find the cesarean scar. Amazing, huh? Why? Because actually it changes that skin. Because our skin regenerates every 18 days. Okay? And X39 will help us manage inflammation naturally. All right? and it improves mental clarity. Okay, it also supports recovery, relieve minor aches and pains. Okay, it improves sleep, and it also improves skin appearance. Now, we are not trying to look beautiful, all right? We are not trying to say that, oh, this is a beauty product. No. Why? Because X39 stimulates the production of your tripeptide GHK copper, and GHK copper, once the level goes up, your body will produce more stem cells. When your body produces more stem cells, your body will also produce more collagen. Okay? So people who has joint pains, knee pain, joint issues will find that, my joint pain is becoming lesser and lesser. Yes, it is true. Okay, when your body produces more stem cells, your body, the byproduct of stem cells production is collagen. Okay? So moving on. Now, this is what I want to share tonight. Acute stress disorder. What causes acute stress? What are the symptoms? How do you diagnose? And how do you treat? No, we don't treat. Okay, always remember, LifeWave do not treat. Okay, LifeWave provides a solution for you. All right, so we're going to go through what causes, what are the symptoms, how do we identify the stress, and what are the solutions. Always remember, LifeWave do not treat. Okay, now, aging and age-related disease. Do you agree that most of your friends above 60 and above have at least one chronic disease and they are all on medication? Yeah, we are all on medication, 60 and above. Be it your high cholesterol medication, your hypertension, your diabetes, your stroke, your heart, warfarin, blood thinner, anything. Okay, 80% of older adults, we mean 60 and above, have one chronic disease, at least. 77% have at least two, Imagine, that's quite high, Out of 10, 7.5 will have at least two chronic disease. Chronic disease means heart, something to do with the heart, or cancer, or stroke, or diabetes, or, right? So overall, 80% of the older and middle-aged adults experience chronic pain. Most of us have chronic pain. Okay? Now, but 43%, almost half, 43% of adults suffer health effects from stress. Okay? 70% of people experience physical and mental symptoms of stress. So we're going to go through tonight, what are the symptoms of stress? Okay? Stress can actually have an impact on your stem cells, Your body can be producing stem cells, but if you are under stress, it will actually affect their division, it will actually affect their differentiation, and it will affect their function as well. Okay, so be very careful, manage your stress properly. Okay, so now, what are the symptoms of stress? Now, recurring stress will cause you to have intrusive memories. Okay, second thing is you will actually feel detached. Okay, sense of unreality and or emotional numbness. All right, so the third thing is you will avoid reminders of the trauma. You do not want to think about the trauma. You will start you will start to avoid, your behavior will change. And you will have memory gaps because you will find it difficult remembering aspects of the trauma. You do not want to remind yourself of the trauma, which is normal. And then you will go into a very negative mood where you will experience persistent sadness or irritability. Meaning, when people try to talk to you, you will say, hey, don't disturb me. I'm not free. You know, you're always in a negative mood. Then you will be hyper-vigilant. That means you will be overly alert or easily startled. When people call you, so that is your hyper-vigilance or overly alert or easily startled. Okay? And last but not least, your sleep will actually be disturbed. You will have trouble falling or staying asleep. These are the 7 symptoms of stress. If you have either one of them, probably you are under stress. Okay? So you need to manage your stress properly. Now, what is stress? Stress is a psychological and physiological response to perceived challenges or threats. Okay? And this is also caused by mental or emotional strain. All right? So, the different types of stress, you have 3 different types of stress: acute stress, chronic stress, and episodic stress. Okay? So, let's go through one by one. What is acute stress? Meaning, you will have acute stress when there is short-term reaction to immediate challenges. For example, traffic jams, or when you are supposed to do a presentation like what I'm doing tonight. Stressful lah. Ayah. Okay? So, acute stress means short-term reaction to immediate challenges. Okay? When you are stuck in a traffic jam or you have a presentation to do later in your office, you know. Now, what impact can it have on you? Acute stress can be beneficial. Okay? It can help you with your memory and learning through your increased cortisol release. But if it is too frequent or intense acute stress, it can cause headache and it can cause fatigue, meaning you will feel very tired. Okay? So next, we move on to chronic stress. Chronic stress is prolonged feeling of pressure due to ongoing issues, like people having financial problems or job dissatisfaction. Okay? Now, what can it cause? It can be beneficial by aiding memory, same thing, and learning through cortisol release as well. Okay? Episodal stress. Now, this is frequent episodes of acute stress, often due to high pressure lifestyle or demanding jobs. People who are, let's say, a GM or CEO or COO, all these positions. Okay, very demanding job. Now, this will actually lead to elevated heart rate, elevated blood pressure. That means your blood pressure will go high, and elevated glucose level. Okay, and it can develop into chronic stress if you do not manage them. Okay, so these are the 3 types of stress, right? So what's the difference between normal stress and ongoing stress, which is chronic stress? So what's the difference between acute stress and chronic stress? Okay, let's take a look at acute stress or normal stress first. It's when you are running late, when you have a disagreement with friend, traffic jam, when you forget your deadline, or if you have a difficult homework, or to some people you are planning a big event, birthday or wedding or to some people, lifting heavy weights in the gym, or new challenges, meaning change of job, no or little impact on health, or this is normal, acute stress is normally under short duration, short period of time. Okay, so let's take a look at what is chronic stress. Chronic stress is when you have a stressful job, you have a very, very mean boss, or you are in a toxic relationship, or you're living in a high crime area, you're always scared that there will be break-ins in your house, or people will come and mug you. You know, you have poor sleep habits, you wake up every 2-3 hours, being around negative friends. Okay, so it's very important for you not to be around negative friends. Always remember, you are a reflection of the 5 people that you spend most of your time with. Okay, then you always commute to work, you jam, long-term physical and mental problems, and poor eating habits. Okay, so stress, there are good stress and bad stress. So you need to balance between good and bad stress. Good stress is exercise. Bad stress is caused by emotional work stress and sedentary lifestyle. So chronic inflammation suppresses stem cells activity. If your body is under inflammation, your stem cells will not survive long enough to do their work. So inflammation also creates hostile environment for stem cells, threatening their survival, meaning your stem cells will die off faster before they're able to help you repair your body. So stress can also cause anger to many, many people. Okay, so what is stress? Stress is a normal psychological and physical reaction to the normal demands of life that we go through every day. So we can have many challenges daily, such as, sitting in a traffic jam, meeting deadlines in the office, paying bills, can actually push all of us beyond our ability to cope. So how stress affects your body? It will affect your cardiovascular system, heart rate, blood pressure, everything will go up, glucose level, LDL cholesterol, triglyceride. Yes, because I was in a high stress position. I was a general manager last time. So I was basically under a lot of stress. So you see my triglyceride, just now I showed you my medical report, triglyceride was 12.63. It went sky high. My LDL cholesterol was 10.1, sky high. Okay? So when these symptoms become chronic, blood vessels become clogged and damaged, and this can lead to stroke and heart attack. Immune system will also be affected. Digestive system, gastrointestinal system will also be affected. Basically, your eye, your intraocular pressure will also be affected. Your migraine, headaches, you will suffer a lot of headaches and migraines. Your bone density will actually suffer. And basically, your ovarian function, testosterone production, menstrual irregularity, some people will suffer infertile erectile dysfunction and sperm quality will drop. And some people will actually have issues with breathing, asthma, shortness of breath, airway inflammation, chronic, COPD, airway constriction, all this. So it's scary, huh? There's so many things that stress can affect. So please manage your stress properly. Okay? So what are the causes of stress? Number one is financial worries, money problems, meaning debts. Okay? Or loss of loved ones, where you grieve and you go through bereavement. Relationship issues, conflicts, breakups, health problems, where you have illnesses and injuries. Job stress, where you overwork and try to meet impossible deadlines. Life changes, meaning you move, you have a new job, or you go through a divorce, or you suffer trauma, meaning accidents or violence, these are the 7 causes of stress. Basically, stress can also cause inflammation. Now, let's see, what is inflammation? Inflammation is part of the body's response to an injury or infection. So the body releases a certain chemical, and once the injury or infection is healed, the inflammation will end. Okay? So what causes inflammation? Metabolic syndrome, rheumatoid arthritis, diabetes, systemic lupus, inflammatory bowel disease, asthma, and serious disorders. All these are persistent inflammation caused by autoimmune diseases. Okay? So the body's response to persistent inflammation is your body will develop scar tissue, or we call it fibrosis. It can occur in your heart, your lungs, your liver, your kidneys, and your bowel. And when that happens, it will reduce your organ function. Okay? So chronic inflammation disease contribute more than 50% of death worldwide. Okay? So there are types of inflammation. These are the types of inflammation. The first type is pain. Second type is you will notice that part of your body is slightly hot, or you have heat, or that area may feel warm or hot to touch. Okay? You might also experience redness. You might also experience swelling. Okay? And if it is more severe, it will cause you to have loss of function. Okay? The affected area may experience reduced ability to function normally. Such as, sometimes you have difficulty moving or performing a specific task, moving your joints. Okay? So the impact of systemic inflammation is it will affect your heart, it will affect our neurodegenerative disease, it will actually cause us to have autoimmune disease, it will actually cause us to develop cancer, it will actually cause us to have vascular disease, and basically organ fibrosis. Okay? So inflammation will also cause pain or chronic pain. Wow, you see, just now stress causes inflammation. Inflammation will cause pain or chronic pain. It's all interrelated, right? So chronic pain affects about 1.5 billion people around the world. So there are 3 types of pain. The first type is nociceptive pain. Second type is neuropathic pain, which is nerve damage. The third one is inflammatory pain, which is your body's inflammation response to injury or infection. So how pain works is when a tissue is damaged, your pain receptors, meaning your nociceptors, will send signal down to your spinal cord or up your spinal cord, and then transmit it to your brain, where your brain will perceive it as pain. Okay, so what is pain? Pain is a bioelectrical and biochemical phenomenon. Okay, now this can be caused by an imbalance, which is caused by insufficient potassium, sodium, calcium, and magnesium. Okay, these 4 important minerals: potassium, sodium, calcium, and magnesium. So I want to also highlight that LifeWave will be coming out with Celagize to solve all these problems for everybody. The shortage and insufficient potassium, sodium, calcium, and magnesium. Okay, so to transport ions, especially sodium and potassium, okay, our body produces bioelectrical signals. Okay, so every cell in the body is designed to run at -20 to -25 millivolts. Okay, to heal, we must make new cells. To make new cells, we require negative 50 millivolts in our neurons. So chronic disease occur, remember just now I shared, 80% of us have at least one chronic disease, 77 have at least two, right? Chronic disease occurs when voltage drop below negative 20 or when you cannot achieve negative 50 millivolts to make new cells. All right. So chronic disease is always defined by the body having low voltage. Okay. So chronic pain. Now, chronic pain happens when you have pain that is more than 12 weeks. So this is the cycle of chronic pain. Now, what causes chronic pain? The risk factors is our age, above 50, obesity, smoking, and lack of physical activity. Okay, so how do we manage pain? Any pain that lasts for 3 months or more is chronic pain. Okay, chronic pain is often very difficult to diagnose, but a new treatment option for chronic pain is stem cells. And stem cells, we can use the product called X39. Okay, so common causes of pain is physical injury, medical condition, infections, surgical procedures, overuse injuries. Okay, but uncontrolled inflammation causes stem cells to die at the injury site and you will not heal properly. So it's very, very important to control inflammation. To control inflammation, we have a product which is called Aeon. Amazing product. Okay, so how to manage inflammation, pain, and stress? Aeon is also known as our happy patch. Okay, it is clinically proven to reduce stress, clinically proven also to decrease inflammation in the body. Okay, it promotes relaxation, mental elimination, eliminate mental fatigue, increase physical strength, and we have anti-aging. Okay, so life with technology, we have clinical studies to back up the claims that we actually do. Okay, there are 13 clinical studies in the back office under resource tab. I hope you know how to access your resource tab in your back office. So when you do that, you take a look at a patch called IceWave. IceWave offers an alternative approach to pain management without side effects. Okay, immediate, right? IceWave patches are not designed to block pain signals at the nerve level, but the patches stimulate specific points on the skin to help manage the pain and the inflammation. Okay, so here are some of the testimonials that I will share with you tonight. We have 3. Listen to them very carefully. One is the finger carpal tunnel pain. The other one is knee pain. And the other one is the pain at the wrist, which they have been having a long time. Let's take a look. So the first one here is by a LifeWave brand partner. He has frozen shoulder and have been to acupuncture for several weeks, but the pain would not stop. So when he went to a meeting with his LifeWave sponsor, that sponsor put on IceWave on the neck and one on the right sternum. Within 2 minutes, the pain was gone. The next morning when he woke up, he felt so good. Now let's take a look at these 3 upcoming videos that I've prepared for you.
Okay guys, this is Joyce. We added the IceWave on her right hand. And Joyce, what's the pain right now?
Nothing. 0.
And you said earlier the sharp pain is gone?
Yeah. The sharp pain is gone. And I can close my fist.
Wow. What do you think of the product? It's been only a minute. What do you think?
It's amazing. I'm surprised.
Yeah, nothing like it.
Yeah. But like I said, over here started and you put it here. And then like I could feel more here. And then as I close it real tight, I'm fine. And then as I wiggle, then I can feel a little bit more in here. But I mean, it's not like how it started.
Yeah.
I can feel it, right?
I get the 6 months of oxycodone and throw it all build up in me. So high pain med drugs every day.
Wow.
So nothing.
Give it some time, a minute. Can you stand again? How do you normally?
Normally I don't put it.
Wow.
And pain's a lot. Between 5 to 8 every day.
Right now, what do you feel level of pain?
What a 5.
5.
It's a little better.
A little better. You were 8.
Yes.
It's improvement.
Yes.
That's good. That's a good start. That's a good start.
Not as much.
Good start. From level 8 to level 5. The goal is to get to 0, but that may take time, but we can also move the placement. But let's see. Give it a minute.
I'm a high disbeliever, sister, but it is less pain. Yes. It is less pain.
Thank you for sharing. This is important. This is very important.
Pa'away, mawala ilaw. I came here, I have a pain on my arm, around 10 or more. And this thing over here is just when we release the pain.
What do you think, man? Within matter of...
I don't feel nothing.
Yeah.
This arm, because I used to control the stick here for the one arm, the side arm.
Yeah.
The side loader. And the bulk of feel better now.
Amazing at this product.
Yeah, it is good though. I like it. Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks,
yeah.
bye.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. So you can see there, Ice Wave helps everyone there manage their pain very fast. Always remember, stress will cause inflammation. Inflammation will cause pain. Okay, so you manage your stress. How do we manage stress? We use Aeon. All right. And so Aeon will bring down the inflammation as well. And basically, if you need more, then we go for Ice Wave. So let's take a look at the benefits of Ice Wave. It is safe and natural. Relief for pain management. Can be used for the whole body. Okay. And also for localized pain. It's fast acting, non-addictive, basically convenient and easy to use. You just patch. It's patented, and basically it is non-toxic, non-transdermal, and non-invasive. Okay, let's take a look at Ice Wave placement guide. How do you patch your Ice Wave? For pain throughout the body, we put on K1 at the bottom of the feet. Okay, on the 1/3, 2/3 part of your leg. All right. Now, for back pain, you put the tan patch on the painful area and the white patch above the tan patch. Okay. So if the pain is not reduced in 10 seconds, please do the clock method. 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 9 o'clock. Okay. If that doesn't work, you bracket the pain, means you take the white color and you bracket the pain with the brown color. Okay. And repeat the entire process of step 1. If when you bracket the pain, it doesn't work, change your brown patch with the white patch. Then the brown patch go on the 12, 3, 6, 9 o'clock. Okay? So bracket the pain by placing white patch on the right of the painful area and tan patch on the left of the painful area. Okay? So always get back to the person who brought you into this Zoom call to show you or to discuss how to use ice wave for better pain management, right? So we also have lifestyle changes that might be able to help you. The food that may trigger joint pain, please be more careful. Try not to take this. Certain foods contain compounds that can contribute to inflammation and joint pain. First food to avoid is nuts, especially peanuts, tomatoes, and other nightshade vegetables, because nightshade vegetables like the aubergines, tobacco, okra, gooseberries, paprika, cayenne, goji berries, tomatoes, bell peppers, chilies, potatoes also, pepino melon. Okay, because these nightshade vegetables, they contain solanin, which is a natural toxin. And some people are very, very sensitive to all this solanin. Okay, tea also contains tannin. Okay, it will actually bind with a mineral called calcium, and which makes it harder for your body to absorb. Basically, as we all know, refined carbohydrates and sugary drinks, which can cause spikes in blood sugar, leading to increased inflammation and joint pain. Okay, these are also very important. Processed meats, because they often contain preservative and advanced glycation end products, AGEs. Okay, and this advanced glycation end product will cause your body or will contribute to inflammation, meaning processed meats like sausages, ham, luncheon meat, and everything that is processed. Okay. Now, anti-inflammatory food. These are the foods that you need to take more. You know, berries, turmeric, ginger, lemongrass, and fatty fish. Okay, please take more of this food. Now, minerals can only, now humans require mineral, and mineral can only come from the soil. So things like avocado will give you potassium, banana gives you magnesium, dark chocolate, okay, gives you copper, and it will actually stimulate the production of your stem cells. Okay, so these are the trace minerals that are actually important for pain relief. Okay, so potassium can actually help in anti-inflammation. Okay, pain relief, lower your blood pressure, and the recommendation for potassium is 500 to 1000 mg a day, and hopefully everyone here can find potassium gluconate, because humans body absorbs potassium gluconate easier at 94%. Okay, but if you eat more fruits and vegetables, you will also get potassium citrate. All right, so potassium has multiple benefits. It regulates and alkalizes your cells, and you know, it makes arteries more supple and flexible. So it lowers high blood pressure. Now, this is a research stored in PubMed. It shows that when you increase the amount of potassium in your cell, it reduces the proliferation of cells and it kills cancer cells. Potassium. So potassium also recycles nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is also produced in our body to keep our blood vessels soft and supple. Okay, nitric oxide is a vasodilator, meaning it will keep your blood vessels soft. Okay, and it will also protect the endothelium. Endothelium means the inner wall of your blood vessel. Okay, so LifeWave patches that may support pain relief and increase the production of stem cells. Basically, you can use IceWave, Aeon, and X39. And additionally, you can also try using carnosine and glutathione. Okay, so these are the LifeWave patches that can support pain relief. So how does the patches work? How does this technology work? Now, normally what I tell people is you please try to give yourself between 3 to 6 months for the patches to help your body to work, at least, right? And normally the guide is for every 10 years of your age, you patch 1 month. Meaning if you are 30 years old, you patch 3 months, okay? If you are 50 years old, you patch 5 months. But if you are 57 years old, you patch 6 months. If you are 70 years old, you patch 7 months minimum. Okay? And please follow the 6+6, the 6 things that you need to do. Take a picture of yourself, you know, lower down consumption of fruits, drink more water, be more consistent in patching, stay away from negative ion products. And if you are low blood pressure, it will take a longer time to show results. Now, why we say 3 to 6 months? Because our bodies can actually and literally heal itself, you know. All right. But reverse aging actually takes time. Why? Because bones will take 3 months to regenerate, DNA 2 months, liver 6 weeks, stomach 5 days, brain 1 year, blood 4 months, skin 1 month, and lungs 2 to 3 weeks. So basically, you can actually donate 90% of your liver and you will still be fine. Okay? And after about 1 month, your liver functions will basically go back to 100%. Okay? But guys, please don't start selling your liver for money. Okay? Yeah. So give yourself at least 3 to 6 months. Okay? Now, how does LifeWave patches work? If you look at your body through a thermal imaging machine, you will see your body as lights. And we can feel this light when we feel the body heat. Okay? So where do we get this energy from? We get it from the sun. And when we eat the vegetable or the corn, and when the chicken eat the corn, they get part of this energy. And when we eat the chicken, we get part of this energy. All right. So we emit lights, red light, blue light, yellow light, green light. Okay. Certain people call this aura, right? And the patches work as like a mirror. It contains organic sugar crystals, salt crystals, hydrogen, oxygen, and water crystals. And most importantly, it has a proprietary blend of organic amino acids. So what these crystals do is they actually reflect a certain wavelengths of light back into the body, and certain wavelengths of light will just pass through. Okay, so this technology is patented, and what is in the patch is basically, like I said just now, amino acids, water, stabilized oxygen, sugar, and salt. Okay, nothing goes in through your skin because it is non-transdermal and it is completely free of any drugs, chemicals, or stimulant. And it does not interfere with any medication. And you are, because nothing goes in through your body, right? And the beautiful thing about these patches is you do not have to plug into an external power source. It is basically powered by our own body heat. Okay, and you have got no drugs. It is non-transdermal and it is non-invasive. Okay, so I hope tonight's sharing has shed some light on how do you manage stress. You can use basically ice wave to bring down the pain, because stress will cause pain, pain will cause inflation, and is vice versa the other way around. Because all these three things are interrelated. Stress will cause inflammation, inflammation will cause pain. Okay, and pain will also cause stress. It is a cycle. Okay, so if you have any questions, you can actually type into the chat box and we can try to answer as many as possible. But in the meantime, let me pass this session back to our amazing MC, Pochu.
Thank you very much, Alfred. Thank you, thank you. Have you learned something from his presentation? Well, today, he actually teaches a few techniques on how to manage pain. And I can tell you, like ice wave is a real beauty. Because during my pain in Jakarta, it was so helpful. It actually does relieve pain in seconds. And I've been using it and it has been helping me. So a piece of advice, put a pack of ice wave whenever you travel, because you won't know when you're going to use it. Because this is a very unique patch, because it actually is a painkiller without taking any pill. That's what I call drug-free. So what do you learn from Alfred? Do you think that he has highlighted some very important notes to you all? Has he given you some insight on how important this patch must be carried around? If it does, please give you a 7-7 and allow a pause for doing such a wonderful job tonight. A bit detailed for me is more to a doctor's way, which I can't do it, but we do need some of the explanation on and off, correct? So I will not be doing that, don't worry. Papa will only tell you what is the after and before effect. So all the scientific thing, I'll leave it to the professor. Because he's so used to corporate life, so he's very detailed man. But anyway, a big thank you to you, Alfred. You did a good job. It was very detailed, and we actually learned something from it. Don't you agree? Don't you agree that you learned something from him? So if you were to give him a 7-7, he will come back more to give you more detail on what other patch can do, because he loves all these things. So we would like him to come back to teach us on X49, which X39 is he always talk about. So how about X49? That is another patch that I love. So we'll leave it to him to slot a session for X49. Your hair will grow back, you know. That's the beauty, yeah. So who doesn't have hair, you're better X49. So before I goes off, there are some announcement I have to make, because he need to answer some of your questions too. So these are the sneak preview that is upcoming. We have the, is it Be the Light that we are going to have a very important event that is going to take place in July. So block your date, because this is a time together to connect and to shine and the light our light together. Okay? Get your ticket before it expired. 31st of May is still $50. And as for the business opportunity, this is a place I grow, and I call it my second home. We learn how to speak. And these are all speakers lined up for the week. So if you are free, rain or shine, no public holidays for this speaker. They will come at 2 o'clock every day to Oakland Road to help you to talk to your prospects. So take note of the address and the time. We will put it in the WhatsApp chat box every week. A line of speaker coming out. So next, two more and of a great speaker. So thanks him. So what else do you think we need to share our life too? Are you able to convey the message to them? This is the best place for you to explain to your prospect. So I think that will be all sneak preview. And I think Alfred is waiting to answer some of the questions that are being asked. Right? This has been said, the light, correct? Be the light. So mark it there. We have great speaker there, and I have 3 great mentors there. So always remember, keep patching. But before I say thank you, I think Alfred needs to understand that. So we'll see at the chat box whether we have any more questions or not. Do we have any question for you, Alfred?
Okay, there's a question by Maygo asking how to patch when the blood pressure suddenly go up 160 to 89 when I got nervous. Maygo, 160 to 89 yeah, is a bit high. What you can do is you use energy enhancer at K1 at the bottom of your feet. Okay, energy enhancer at K1 bottom of your feet. Just now I showed you also 1/3 and 2/3. You patch on the 1/3 area. Brown left, white right. Then Yi Fan Tan. Is it all right to use ice wave for more than 12 hours on the same spot? Yes, it should be fine. No issues. Okay. Caroline Wong. Again, for ice wave and energy enhancer, there is one white piece and one brown piece. Can I patch only the white piece without the brown piece? I cannot, Caroline. It's best that you use the tan patch and the white patch together. Okay, because these patches are designed in such a way that you use it both together, because the white is the positive, the tan patch is the negative. So it's best that you use both of them together. Grace Day, what to patch for ulcer inflammation wounds on left ankle? For ulcer inflammation wounds on left ankle. Ulcer inflammation. You can use Aeon near the ulcer. Okay, you can patch Aeon near the ulcer, maybe 1 or 2 fingers away from the ulcer. It will basically help. Okay, for continuing itching on the back of elderly people, what patches should be applied? Continuing itching. What is the cause of the itching? iPhone. I need to know what's the cause of the itching. Is it bed sore or is it what? Tan Yi Fan again. Is there any patch you can help with numbness of the feet? You can also use energy enhancer. You can use basically X39. It will also help at the point of the numbness. Or if you have carnosine, you can use carnosine. I would use the X39 first. Okay, Mabel, can someone who just begin using X39 and Aeon use ice pack or glutathione for pain issues now? To use separately or together with? Okay, Mabel, ice pack or glutathione for pain issues. Okay, you can basically use X39 behind the neck. Okay, and then you try Aeon at the point of pain. If it still cannot handle the pain, or you want to further bring down the pain, you can use the ice wave, the brown color at the point of pain, and the white color. You need to try patching on the 12 o'clock, then drink water, 3 o'clock, then drink water, 6 o'clock, drink water, 9 o'clock, drink water. See which place that the pain comes down the most. If it doesn't work, patch the white patch directly behind the brown patch. That means it's like one arrow through. Okay, and drink water. If that still does not come down, change the brown patch with the white patch. That means the white patch put on the most painful part. The brown one, you try to put 12, 3, 6, 9 o'clock. Drink water every time. Okay, Mabel, you can use ice wave to manage the pain. Okay, but I will try to use the X39 behind the neck and the Aeon at the point of pain first. Normally it will work. Grace Day, what to patch for ulcer inflammation wounds on the left ankle? You can use Aeon. Mabel says you can use glutathione, also can. Ang Bailey, can Aeon be patched simultaneously with the X39? Yes, it can. Tan Yifa, may I know where to patch? May I know where should I patch them for this? Is it at K1? Sorry, I lost you. Numbness of, yeah, K1. Okay, iPhone. Itching on the back it could be a few things that is the issue here. Okay. Itching on the back, that means it is a skin issue. If it is a skin issue, then how do I say? It can basically be due to a lot of things, like the patches can actually help detox. If this person is taking a lot of medication, okay, previously, so you can use the X39 to help with the skin sensitivity issue. Normally, skin sensitivity issue is either psoriasis or eczema. Is that the case, iPhone? The itching, is it because of the skin issue? Is it psoriasis or eczema? Ang Bailey, must Aeon be patched only at night for 12 hours? Can X39 be patched with glutathione for 12 hours during the day only? Well, there are certain people, Ang Bailey, there are certain people who patch Aeon at night and become very active, cannot sleep. And some people, I have got 2 users who patch X39 during the daytime, they become very, very tired and sleepy. So we ask them to switch the X39 to nighttime, Aeon to the daytime. Also possible. Okay. Can the X39 be patched with glutathione for 12 hours? Yes. Glutathione, some people use it at night because at night when you sleep, the detoxification is happening. So for some people, they also use glutathione at night. Also possible. Okay. Tan Yan Yong can eat porridge or fried rice instead of rice. My father is bedridden. He is under tube. drinks milk 5 small tins a day, eats a few mouthful kway teow, fried rice, porridge. Can I still continue to patch him? I have patched him since April 2025. Sometimes I did not patch my father at correct points. Change patch after a few days, is it okay? Now, Tan Yan Yong, okay, you see, PC has raised a very good concern that consistency and discipline is the key to patching. I agree with PC because PC is also very, very experienced with patching. Okay, let me handle all your questions. Can eat porridge or fried rice instead of rice? Can. Okay, can. You can eat porridge or fried rice. Can, no problem. Your father is bedridden. He is under tube feeding. Tube feeding, how is he going to eat fried rice? I hope he can chew. He is under tube. Drinks 5 small tins a day. Eat a few mouthfuls of kway teow, fried rice, and porridge. Can I still continue to patch him? Yes, Tan Yan Yong, you should patch him. You know, I mean, if you can help him, you will see amazing results. But I'm not making any medical claim. Okay, the X39 will be able to help him, but it has to be consistent. Okay, if you start 8 o'clock in the morning, it should end 8 o'clock in the evening. You know, for the X39, and then the Aeon will start 8 o'clock at night to the next morning 8 o'clock. Okay, so you cannot change patch after a few days. Why? Because the layer of crystal lattice in the patch actually will melt and will change shape. So after 12 hours to 15 hours, the effectiveness of the patch may not be as effective as when you first use it. So you see, if you patch on Monday and you change it only on Wednesday, meaning Monday for 12 to 15 hours, he gets the patches to stimulate his body to produce GHK copper. Let's say, for example, you're patching X39. On the 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th hour, first day, second day, third day, you have not changed the patch. It is not signaling his body anymore, Tan Yan Yong. Okay? So, you have to be consistent with your patching. You have to let him stay hydrated. That is the few thing. He can eat whatever he wants to eat. It should be fine. But I would actually, how do you say, insist that you patch him consistently. You know, you cannot hope that the patches will help him if you change only after a few days. And when we clearly states that the patch will only be very effective or the most effective between 12 to 15 hours. Okay, I hope you understand this. The consistency must be there. Okay, so Judy, how to advise old people if they are very reluctant to drink water after using the patch? It is still okay, Judy, because 75% of our body is water. So it will still work, but if it is possible, stay hydrated to help the detox process, because the human body detox 2 ways. First way is through sweat. Second way is through urine. Okay, and when you stay hydrated, the water will help you clean your kidneys as well. Okay, so he doesn't have to drink a lot every time. Probably every half an hour, he can take 1 or 2 sips of warm water. It should be fine. Okay. Yeah. Pochu did a very relevant answer there. We don't drink water because we patch. Even if you are not patching, you need to drink water. You know, the doctor always, tells us at least 8 glasses of water a day. Okay. So, I think we have one last question, Pochu, from Ang Bailey because it's already 10 o'clock. Okay. So, is patching X39 preferably be always at the back of the neck? I have rashes if I patch behind the neck daily, and I do patch now below the navel. Is it all right to alternate the patch between the different parts of the body as suggested? Yes, it is perfectly fine. Ang Bailey, it is perfectly fine, because why we recommend these 2 areas of patching is because LifeWave did clinical studies using these 2 meridian points. Okay, LifeWave did the clinical study using these 2 meridian points. Okay, so with that, I would pass the session back to Pochu. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. We hope to see you next week, same time, same place. Yeah. Back to you, Pochu.
Thank you, Alfred. I hope all your questions have been answered. And thank you all for joining us, for supporting Super Wednesday. Our team would like to say a big thank you to all of you, consisting of Alfred, Pochu, Jinhua, and Lingam. So since it's, as Jino always say, 10 o'clock you need to sleep, okay? Don't stay up too late. So now, Alfred, you're naughty. You keep that up too late. So now we have to say bye-bye and see you again next week. And don't forget to join Jino's Zoom tomorrow. It is an English Zoom. Thursday and Friday is English. Monday and Tuesday is Mandarin. Don't forget Super Wednesday too. It's English. So bye-bye. See you all and have a good day. Happy patching. Let's go and be the light and share the light. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.